It is the 360 show. Welcome to all of you. They are ready, and so am I. I hope you guys are ready to go as the IPL schedule's been released. Rajat Patidar, the new captain of RCB. Exciting times ahead, but a tricky schedule. We discuss all of that. And then Champions Trophy right around the corner, guys. We discuss that as the main topic on the 360 view. A lot of different squads, spin heavy, seam heavy, you name it. We discuss all of that. It is a 360 show. Let's go. Okay, 360 family, we start with RCB with the new captain Rajat Patidar raring to go. It is quite a tricky schedule as the IPL schedule's been released. I must have you say they will be jumping around a lot from home and away, and there's no set period of time where they spend a lot of time at home, which could be relatively tricky, but it's something they will be prepared for. I'm very sure Andy Flower, Mr. Homework himself, will be prepared for that and will guide his troops with regards to the traveling schedule that they have coming up in this year's IPL. I'll pull up the schedule quickly, guys, just to go through that. We start with Kolkata Knight Riders away from home. That's the 22nd of March. But look at the rest of the schedule. It's away, home, away, home, away, home, away, home, away. I mean, it's ridiculous. I've never seen a team having a schedule like this. It will be very tricky for them. But sometimes if you get a little bit of momentum, traveling around, sticking together as a unit, not having a lot of time on your hands to think about things, it can be the best thing. Rajat Patidar, guys, I recorded a video quite a few years ago with Mr. Nags himself. And let's quickly have a look at that, as I sort of predicted this guy could be a future captain for RCB.
If you had to pass it on to a player in the current generation, who would you pass it on to?
That's a tough question. Maybe Rajat Patidar, the Para man. I gave him that nickname. He looks good, and he's going to be a stalwart for RCB in the future.
Yeah, my thoughts are the man, the Para man. That means frog in English, by the way. I don't know why I came up with that. It sort of reminded me of an Afrikaans word, para, Patidar, you get it? And yeah, that's what I called him during our days together. We batted together a few times. He's a very, very talented individual. I don't have to tell you guys that. His record speaks for itself, as he's really found his feet in that RCB setup in the last few years. Strike rate of 177. He smashed 395 runs from 15 matches. And that's the IPL 2024, guys. Those numbers are really, really good. And someone for the future, right? Bold move from Andy Flower and Mo Bobat as they decided to make him captain. Considering Virat is still around, but it can be one of their biggest strengths, having the experience of Virat Kohli right behind Rajat to guide him through some of the tricky times of the IPL. As we know, the IPL is one of the hardest tournaments in the world to win and to navigate. It's such a long tournament. There's a lot of traveling involved. There's huge fan bases putting pressure on the teams and demanding performance. And those are the kind of things that Patidar will have to deal with in this coming season. But he's got someone like a Virat Kohli right behind him. As Virat showered praise on Rajat, let's quickly go through that quote. I've seen Rajat evolve in the last couple of years as a player. He's got the chance to play for India. His game has improved on many levels in the last couple of years. So, I mean, Virat is right behind him, guys, and that's all we wanted to hear. Does Virat support this decision? The answer is yes. And I'm encouraging all RCB fans, not only in Bengaluru or in India, but around the world, get behind this guy. He's the right man for the job to take things forward for RCB. And remember, he's still got the experience of Virat and a lot of other players right behind him supporting this decision. Andy Flower said, yeah, you could speak for quite a long time about Rajat, but he pinpointed three things that he feels really stands out. His calmness and a simplicity to Rajat that I think will stand in really good stead as a leader and a captain, particularly in the IPL. As we know, the IPL is one of the premier competitions in the world and there's pressure involved. And I think the calm, simple demeanor that inherently lives with Rajat is going to serve him really well. And I couldn't agree more. He's a very calm, composed guy. I spoke about that in length in the past. I also told Mr. Nags this guy will be a stalwart for RCB in the future. We didn't quite expect him to take over from Virat, from Faf rather, but also Virat, as we all expected Virat to sort of slot into the captaincy role again. But Virat definitely played a role in that, saying, you know what, at the back end of my career, let me help a youngster come through the ranks, take over the captaincy, and let me support him with that. So really good stuff, and I get a good feeling with regards to RCB this coming season, guys. The schedule is the tricky part, but against all odds, sometimes the biggest champions stand up, and I believe this is a championship squad. I briefly spoke to Andy Flower not too long ago, and I told him, I honestly think you guys got it spot on. I like the balance of this team. I didn't at that time expect Rajat to be captain. Now that he is, I'm even more excited because I feel Virat's got a big role to play and he's going to support him all the way. Do you have an advantage having like 4 or 5 home games in a row? Perhaps, and maybe in the past that's proven to be true. But I do feel there could be, I mean, in all adversity, sometimes when things look very dark and not easy, sometimes that's when you really build team culture. And I feel RCB will have that opportunity with this kind of schedule where they jump around, they can really engage the home fans, not spending 3 or 4 games in a row at home because it's always very difficult to win like 4 in a row. Now they will be jumping around and they will gain a lot of confidence from winning away from home. Bring that to the Chinnaswamy, bounce away again. Bring that back to Chinnaswamy, bounce away again. Sometimes it can be a strength. It will not be easy. They will have to go and work for the confidence and the momentum. There's no doubt about that, guys. So it will be a tough run. Right at the end there, 2 home games, which will be nice. Hopefully RCB will be in a very good place. Almost qualified perhaps for the IPL, touch wood. And then finishing off there with the Sunrisers and Kolkata Knight Riders at home, 13th and 17th of May. Could this be the year for RCB, guys? I believe so. And please quote me. I believe they will go all the way this year. I really do. Yes, you've heard it before. I sound like a parrot talking nonsense, but I truly believe we've got the squad right. New captain, fresh start, and a very, very motivated squad. So good times ahead, all RCB fans. And for all the other IPL teams, it's going to be a great IPL. I know I covered only RCB in this episode. We'll cover more the teams moving forward and also more of the ins and outs of the IPL schedule. Let's move on to the 360 view, guys. It's all Champions Trophy. As we know, there are 2 groups, India, New Zealand, Pakistan, Bangladesh. In Group A, Group B, South Africa, Australia, Afghanistan, England. From South Africa point of view, guys, in Group B, it's a tough group. There's no doubt about it. Afghanistan seem to be the weaker team there, but we know how dangerous they are. And then Australia and England, I don't have to talk too much about them, as England focused a lot on a seam-heavy attack, but their record has been dismal of late and not really good. And also Australia, I thought they're going to be this team to be reckoned with, a force to be reckoned with, defending world champions. They come into the Champions Trophy with a lot of confidence, but not so much because they lost to Sri Lanka recently. And some of their batters all of a sudden seem to be out of form, which is a little bit odd. They will play in similar conditions in the UAE and also Pakistan. But so, I don't know, guys. It seems to be a very open Champions Trophy, and it's all to play for. Let's talk briefly about India. All of a sudden, with Bumrah's injury, they look very spin heavy, right? I mean, I really, as I said, I like the balance of this team, and I still do. But all of a sudden, with Bumrah not there, you feel like, so is it a bit light in the seam bowling department? As we look at the past record of the ILT20 in Dubai, the seam bowlers sort of dominated that tournament as the spinners didn't have too much of a say. Yes, the Indian spinners are world class. There is some mystery spinners in Chakravarti, Kuldeep Yadav, so it's a little bit different with him, but perhaps one finger spinner too many, and maybe there is room, or there was room, it's too late now, for another seam bowler there, an outright pacer who can come and dominate proceedings alongside Arshdeep Singh, Mohammad Shami, and the other seamers. Anyway, it is what it is. For Team India. Team Pakistan, the opposite again, very much seam heavy. They know the conditions well. Maybe they've used the ILT20 and the stats and decided, you know what, let's go a bit more heavy in the seam department. Maybe they know what they're doing. Who knows? But they seem a little bit light in the spin department again. So all in all, it's just a bit of a, I don't know, it's well balanced if you want to say it out loud like that. We don't know who really stands out in this coming Champions Trophy. We know the defending champions. From 2017, that's the last time we had a Champions Trophy. Can you believe it? Is Pakistan. And now they will be playing at home, so they will be feeling confident about that. But realistically, you can't really take confidence from 2017, right? It's just almost like the name tag. We won it last time, and we've got reason to be confident. Not quite. But guys, what I like about the Champions Trophy, I've told you this before, it's strength versus strength, short tournament. There's absolutely nowhere to hide. There's a short window period where you can grab hold of a bit of momentum. If you don't take it, you probably get knocked out of the tournament. So short and sweet, and you knew it complete. I absolutely cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic. Let's move on to the commbox then, guys. That's enough of the Champions Trophy. Stay tuned. It's just around the corner, and it will be all to play for. Commbox, it's all about my birthday. I want to thank each and every one of you for the love I received. So many amazing messages. I'll read a couple here. I wholeheartedly wish you happy birthday. I really love watching your videos, which are very, very helpful for beginners like me. I take it you're talking about from AB to 360. I love recording those, guys. As I'm sharing, it's very natural because I'm sharing stuff that's actually happened to me that I've gone throughout within my career, some of the ups, some of the downs, some of the technical mistakes I used to make and how I rectified that. And that's the idea of From AB to 360 is really to share everything I know about cricket with you guys over an extended period of time. I'm not going to throw all the info onto you in one episode. So it is a bit of a journey. And I hope you guys stay tuned for that because I've got a lot more to share. Happy birthday, AB. Lots of love from India. I remember your knock versus Gujarat Lions in 2016 semi-final. Bittersweet, right? Let's start with the sweet, that semi-final. It was one of the best knocks I've ever played under severe pressure. We were 5 down very early, and I knew that I was sort of like one of the last batters left, and I had to guide the tail enders through that chase. Everything came off, and I played really well that day. What a special memory. And then from the sweet to the bitter, right after that, as I was in that position again, we had such a good start chasing that night. Perhaps the opposition got a few too many at the back end with a couple of mistakes we made with regards to no ball, free hits, and all sorts of stuff. I think Ben Cutting scored some runs at the back end, taking them over 200, which I felt was unnecessary. But nonetheless, we were in a good position to chase that down, and I got out to a spinner, maybe pulling the trigger a little bit early, and shot selection wasn't spot on as I tried to hit it over long off for 6. And the go-to shot for me was that square sweep on the day. And unfortunately, I didn't go to that, but the pressure sort of got to me in a way. And I hit it straight up, and David Warner caught me at cover, and that was sort of the end. Very, very bitter moment in my career. But at least we made it to the final, and I believe RCB will be back playing in that final really soon again. Happy birthday, Superman. Thanks for these priceless coaching videos. It's a huge pleasure, and we will move forward with that. A lot more to share in the near future. Thanks for that, guys. On that topic, by the way, let's quickly talk about From AB to 360. There's no episode today, no chapter today, as it's really raining, and I thought it's a good opportunity for me to touch base with regards to what I have in mind. By the way, I'll be sharing drills and all sorts of cool technical stuff as I will be hitting the nets with those babies next week. So stay tuned for that, as we'll be doing some live nets, and I'll be recording how I prepare for games and a few other stuff as well. But that leads me to the membership tiers, guys. As you know, every cent that comes my way with From AB to 360 will be going for a good cause. I support Project Mumbai over there in India, and I will be sharing a video with you guys what Project Mumbai is all about at the end of this episode. But also MAD, Make a Difference. I've spoken about this in length before. I've posted a lot of videos about MAD, Make a Difference charity over there in India as well. And then also the AB de Villiers Foundation, 360 Foundation. And that's a local foundation where I get kids through school and I help them with education. Every single cent that I'm going to cover here will be going for that. So if you do take part in the From AB to 360 membership tiers, remember, it's all for a good cause. But here are the tiers, guys. There's a level 3, level 36, and a level 360. You get it. It's all about 360. And there's a very special level as well for guys who have a bit more money and are prepared to support this no matter what. Here they are, quickly covering this, guys. The lowest tier, loyalty badges, emojis, AI translated videos, and 360 live. That's only for R5.99. You'll have to do the currency conversion. That's not a lot of money if you want to take part in that. Level 36, early access to pilots, 360 family pole, and much more. And in the 360 tier, 374.99. You can call it the level 360, right? Lots of perks there, guys, as you can see. And I promise you, I will make it worth your while. There's a bonus one here for a lot of money. Remember, every cent will go for a good cause, but you will have a personal relationship with me. I will be also in touch with you with regards to meetups over there in India. When I spend time there, we'll be cleaning up the beaches together. We'll go for lunches together and all sorts of really, really cool stuff. There will be a poll, guys, in the community post. So please show me your interest. Show me what more or less you will be willing to do. And I can really tailor these levels according to your liking. And I want to thank each and every one of you in advance for taking part in From AB to 360. I'm incredibly, incredibly excited. Let's have a look at that video with regards to Project Mumbai and what it's all about and what you will be supporting. India's given me so much in my life, and now in a small way, I want to give something back. And that's why I've joined Project Mumbai. It is an amazing organization which supports hundreds of thousands of young people in the city with mental health support. Project Mumbai works in prisons, creates fire safety initiatives, sets up libraries in public gardens, collects waste plastic and turns it into public benches, and so much more. And how? It does all of this by organizing an army of volunteers. And today, I'm asking all of you who live in this great city, will you become a volunteer? Please follow the links for more information. Kasakai Project Mumbai. Mumbai ke liye kuch bhi karega. I hope you enjoyed that video. That's Project Mumbai, and it's an absolute pleasure and privilege to be a part of that. And I'm inviting all of you top tier individuals for the From AB to 360 segment to come and join me volunteering to clean up beaches. And not only that, guys, there's a lot more ideas that I have. What we're going to do with that plastic is also a surprise, and I will be letting you in on that. And then some of you will be joining me on that journey. That's also the season finale for season 6 of the 360 show, guys. During the Champions Trophy, I'll be doing a lot of 360 live sessions so we can stay up to date. I want to take you guys through that journey of exactly what I'm thinking with each game. And we will be covering that live. So stay tuned for that. We will be having a lot of interactive sessions, and I'm really excited about that, guys. So stay tuned, everyone, as the Champions Trophy is right around the corner. Like this show, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification as per usual to stay up to date with what's happening on the 360 show. That is it for this week. I'll be seeing you on the 360 Live coming soon.